What's good, everyone? What is good? Welcome back to the channel with yours truly, of course, Machiavelli. Hope you all are having a great day today. And today we're back with another Sims 4 speed build. And today's speed build, we are making another house. Oh, it could be a house, it could be an apartment. I don't know, because I haven't made it yet. Yes, this is another pre-built part. I literally have been chilling at home. I know what it is. But lately, I just haven't been in the mood to like build or anything. That's a lie. Okay. I won't say I haven't been in the mood. I've just been more in the mood to like sit down and watch TV, which I've been doing lately. But yeah, I'm kind of sad right now for two reasons. One, I'm still not over the whole Bridgerton thing situation. It's been 2 days. You would think I would get over it by now and get a life, but no, I'm still not stressing about it, of course. But you know, it still bugs me. You know, I still haven't watched the last episode yet. I am so tempted to read the book, but like, thing is, I know for a fact it's a series, right? And I know for a fact, well, from what I've read, because I've read the descriptions of it, but the first book, emphasizes on Simon and Daphne, but the second book emphasizes on, I think, on her sister or her brother. I don't know, clue, but it doesn't really focus on Daphne and Simon. But those are the two characters that I'm most, attached to it. So I don't want to read a book and then it'd be like an open ending, and then you have to read the end of the book to see how their relationship developed. But I just want to read a book where they're the main character throughout. But I don't think that's what it's gonna be like with this book or this series. The book is called, if you guys are wondering, it's called The Duke and I. Let's see if I still have it on my computer. I highly doubt it's here. But let's see. Yeah, I don't have it. But it's called The Duke and I. Oh, here it is. The Duke and I by, it won't tell me. Is it okay? I think it's by Julia Quinn. I think that's the title. I could be wrong, but yeah. Again, I said I recommend it. It's really good. Like, I've been stumped on it. I just took my dog for a walk and I was still thinking about it. So I'm like, I need to come to know a updated commentary of my feelings about the show. And today we're gonna dive into the why I'm mad. I always talked about like the reason why. Okay, I always talked about like. Okay, no. I was talking about why I'm mad. Today I'm talking about the reason behind it, Like, we're going to dive in deeper into the situation that led to them getting mad at each other. So, pretty much, to summarize it again for the 55th time, it's pretty much about a girl named Daphne who gets into a fake relationship with a guy named Simon. Well, not even fake relationship. They kind of like fake courted each other just so she would get more people interested in her, and he would get a lot of people would leave him alone. But they end up liking each other. And so what happened was, leading up to that, Daphne's one of the reasons, the big reasons why they broke, or they're kind of angry right now, is because Daphne always wanted to be a mother, right? Which she emphasizes in the show. But knowing that, Simon tries to not pursue her and tries to not go about being with her, just because he knows for a fact that he doesn't want children. Again, I could be wrong, but if you have watched the show, you want to clarify it for me. The reason being behind his want children is because of his father. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want children because growing up, his dad was very abusive. Like, not even abusive. The dad was just mentally destroyed that kid. Like, honestly, he didn't touch him, but like, he kept on calling him useless. He kept on digging on him. And Simon grew up with like a speech impairment, so he couldn't really speak properly. And every time he would try to reach out to his dad would always call him a failure and how he doesn't like to see his sight, and pretty much send him off. Like, people, to the point where like his staff thought that he was dead. So he grew up resenting his dad, and so I'm pretty sure on his dad's death, this is a bunch of spoilers. So again, if you're planning to watch it, don't watch this commentary because this will be a bunch of spoilers. But anyways, on his deathbed, Simon pretty much tells his dad that I think it's like, again, I don't remember, I have to go watch it again, but I'm gonna be the last heir and I'm not having children, so like his dad could die miserably, just so that the legacy doesn't go off, because the dad put so much emphasis on having an heir, that when he did have an heir, his wife actually passed away. And so Simon actually never even got the news about it. So could you imagine living it with an abusive, verbally abusive dad and no mother, and knowing the fact that your birth killed your mom? You know, it's terrible. And the one thing that like makes it even sadder is that the mom knew she couldn't have kids, but the dad kept on like forcing her hand to have the baby, to the point where she had to have the kid. And he was literally celebrating the birth of his child while his wife was dying in the other room. It was terrible. So yeah, so he resented having kids. Just not resented having kids and say he just didn't want his dad to win. So to make sure his dad loses, he made sure he didn't want a kid. But then Daphne, of course, being the person she was raised to be, which I would like I hate. I don't say I hate her family, but I don't like her mom. And I don't like her brother. Her brother sheltered her. No, her mom sheltered her way too much, and her brother was overprotective. Honestly, in the first episode, I talked about it before, but he kept on like pushing pursuit, like possible like suitors away from her, and she never really got the choice to like pick somebody. And then he ends up choosing the worst type of guy. Even with, and the worst thing was is she kept on telling him no, like it's her life, you know. And then he kept on saying, "Oh no, I picked a suitor for you. You're gonna love him. You're gonna thank me later on." No, like it's her life. Let her do her thing. So that annoyed me. I guess olden days, like I felt so bad for women back in the days. They had no rights. It was terrible. But anyways, unless you were like rich and you can provide for yourself, you literally had no power. It's terrible. But anyways, back onto that. So she always again wanted children and he didn't. So he tried to stay away from her, but of course they got to know each other and they fell for each other. But then they ended up like making out in the garden. Awesome scene, by the way. Ended up making out in the garden. Their brother caught them and pretty much told her that like he ravaged her and that he's gonna ruin her reputation, because you can't even kiss in the show. Literally, you can't. Like, your kiss is safe for your husband, sex is safe for your husband, all of that. And so once the brother found Simon kissing his sister Daphne in the garden, and she pretty much told Simon that he was gonna have to marry her because, you know, he defiled her now. You know, she's tainted now. But of course Simon said no, so they were gonna have a shoot off to the death, which was, again, I told you before, it was very stupid. That happened. It didn't actually happen. So she broke it up, and then she ended up having to agree to him because the girl, okay, now here comes, it gets a little trickier. So at the time, Simon kind of knew that he was falling for Daphne, so he tried to like be standoffish. And at that time, again, with her, what she wanted was to get more suitors. That happened, and actually one of the suitors that was actually like going for her was the prince. So she was getting really buddy with the prince, and the prince was actually about to like propose to her right there and then, and she got scared, and that's when the whole kiss thing happened. And so pretty much everyone, of course, at that time, because it was like the season, wanted to get the prince's affection. So there's this other one girl that was pretty much the front runner, because Daphne was with Simon, but then Simon broke it off. And so Daphne went to the prince, and so that girl that was the front runner with the prince ended up becoming the second runner, or just pretty much been thrown away. And so she got mad, but she ended up like seeing them in the garden, ended up seeing Daphne and her kiss. So Daphne and him and Simon kiss. So that was like, if she would have spread that out, everyone would have known, and then like her reputation would have been ruined, her family would have been ruined. Like, because again, in those times, you go by your reputation. You know, you go by what people think of you. If people think bad of you, people stay away from you, and your place in society drops. So it's all about appearances. So she knew that she had to marry Simon, because if the other girl came out and told everyone that they found, you know, like, you could like to make it even worse, like a girl couldn't even be alone with a guy. Like, if they were alone, they were automatically, people think that they were like doing stuff. Even if they were stalking, people automatically think they're doing stuff, and her reputation is ruined. Like, you can't even be by yourself in a ground with a dude. It was that strict. And so they ended up getting married. But the thing that, okay, we'll tell you that now, because that was a long explanation. I didn't even get to the part that annoyed me. Wow, we're 9 minutes in, so let's talk about the part that gets me mad. So as I told you before, Simon doesn't want kids, Daphne wants kids. So when the whole situation happened, Simon told her that she wasn't going to marry her. Like, the reason why he kept on like denying like marriage was because yeah, he likes her, but he doesn't want to give her kids, and he knows how much like kids is important to her, so he doesn't want to do it, which was the right thing to do. But then Daphne goes, you know what? That's fine. I don't care if you can't have kids. Like, we'll still get married because I love you. Not really I love you, but because like she got tainted, but she also loves the guy too. So anyways, that happens. They get into like this really weird standoffish moment through the wedding, and then they make up after the wedding for the honeymoon. And so time comes, and this is where I really hate the parents, is you never let the kids go blind to something. Like honestly, they had no clue how babies are made. Like, she was like what, 18, 17, like I don't know how old she was. She was in her like, I don't even remember. I really don't remember how old she was, but she was old enough to know how babies are made, and they never talked about it. The boys would know, but the girls would not know. And literally, she was going about her life thinking that he had, you know, an impairment problem or a medical problem that stopped him from having kids. So she come to that, maybe thinking down the line they could try some medicines or something. That's what she thought, not knowing that it was just his choice not to have kids. And so the argument happened is when she found out from her housemaid how kids were born, and then she kind of figured that he was pulling out because he didn't want to have kids, not because he just can't have kids. Then she got mad, and then she ended up like, they ended up having sex, of course, and he ended up, you know, nutting in her. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. But like, if he wants to, like, I'm sorry. I'm being crude, but it's true. That's what happened. And then they got pissed off. Well, he got pissed off, and then she got pissed off, and they started arguing, and now they're not talking to each other. So there they go. That's pretty much my predicament with the show. Like what happened, and like again, on both sides of the argument, I understand. Like he told her from the get go that he does not want to have kids, but like, at the same time, he could have been way more specific. Like say like it's not. Could have said like, because what he said is I can't have kids, you know, not I don't want to have kids, you know. Even though it seems like a slight difference, it's a big difference, you know, from someone saying I can't have kids, so I don't want kids. Like, if you think about it, it's a really big difference. Because what person that doesn't like that doesn't the word how do I say this? Well, a person that says I can't have kids means they want to have kids, they just can't. But if someone says I don't want to have kids, means they just don't want to have kids in general, you know. So it's kind of a big thing, but at the same time, he did tell her that he doesn't want kids, you know. So, like, there should have been a thought in her head that kids is not gonna be, and like kids are not gonna be in the future. But again, I see both of their sides. I'm just so mad that this happened. Like, I said it was gonna, I knew it was gonna happen, but like, it hurts. But anyways, that's pretty much my predicament. I'm still on the show. I'm not saying I'm hooked. I am hooked, but like, my heart still hurts. But there you guys go. If you guys didn't understand why I was, or what the whole predicament was, now you guys know. So you can go ahead and let me. Actually, question of the day: who do you think in the right? Daphne or Simon? If you don't, if you actually don't, if you don't understand anything I said, it makes sense because I suck at explaining stuff. But if you do, let me know. Whose side are you on, Daphne or Simon's? Because I'm on neither right now. I'm literally, I'm just a little kid that just wants them to get makeup and like have babies or not. It's up to them, you know. But like, I just don't want them to be like miserable until season 2. But yeah, go ahead and end off this part here. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. Peace, bye. I love y'all. Peace. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all then. Peace.